Man, what is going on, Commander family? I apologize. I am a little bit late. I had some things I needed to handle, but we live, baby. We live with it, man. And we got a game tonight. We got a big game tonight, and it is going down at Lambeau Field. And they've been talking spicy. They've been talking spicy on our name, man. Talking about we underdogs. They got to see the defense first before they believe in the defense. You know what I'm saying? And we got some things we got to prove to the people, man. No, we got some things we still got to prove, and I love it. I love being the underdog because we thrive in it. We thrive in it. When you bet against us, we thrive and we show up. So I expect a dub tonight, and we're gonna go over the score predictions. That's on my face. We're going to go over the score predictions. We are going to go over all the good things, everything that entails this game, right? So first off, it's a big game. It's a big game. But first off, let me go ahead and bring up I want to show y'all this injury report real quick. We can go ahead and attack that first. Go ahead and put that on the screen for y'all, man, because I don't know if this is a big deal. I'm trying to see if it's gonna let me zoom in. I guess not, but we could just do it like this, right? We could just do it like this. Let me see what that's looking like. All right, that's good enough for us. I expect everybody to be there. Now, a couple of hours ago, we got the word that we are activating 2 players. Who the first player is Michael Dieter, who's our backup center. We also activated him last week as well, but we're activating him again this week. I don't expect him to play, honestly. So that's that. But we also activated Mitch Wasinski. What's his name? Hold on. Let me put Mitch Wishnowsky. Mitch Wishnowsky. We recently activated about 2 hours ago, just in case Tressway doesn't play. So I don't know if they confirmed it yet, but Tressway looking like he might not play this game. So we recently bought in Mitch Wishnowsky, right? And he's looking like he's going to be suiting up for us today. But everybody else on this list is going to be playing. I expect Dietrich Weiss to play. He was full on Monday, Tuesday. Looked like they tried to rest him a little bit on Wednesday with some limited work. I expect to see Noah Brown, Austin Eckler, John Bates. Jaden Daniels, of course, shouldn't even really be on this list, but it is what it is. And I expect to see Deron Payne. Now, Green Bay's, they have a little bit more players on here. But there's 2 that I am skeptical about, and they're 2 offensive linemen. And this is the thing about these 2 offensive linemen being out, because similar to how the Lions reacted, because everyone remembers the Lions game from last year when the Commanders played the Lions in the divisional round of the playoffs, and we put BTA to them. Before the game, they were talking spicy. They was like, this is the best offense in the league. We got the best record. Y'all can't see us. Y'all coming up to Ford Field. Y'all, all this yada stuff. Y'all ain't never seen this before. We're going to put BTA, yada, yada. We get out there and we dominate. And the only thing that, Lions fans want to talk about is how much injuries that their team accepts. Now, granted, they did have a lot of injuries. But y'all was not talking that before the game. Y'all was not talking on, I'm saying, like how much injuries here is. All y'all was saying was how much BTA y'all was going to give us. You know what I'm saying? How much points y'all was going to score on us. Sonic and Knuckles. You know what I'm saying? Ben Johnson going, you know what I'm saying, tear our defense up. Yada, yada, yada. And I think that's what I think that's what Packers fans are probably going to do once they realize that they're going to lose this game. They're going to say, "Oh, we are missing 2 starters on our offensive line." And those 2 starters that look like they won't play, in my opinion, is Aaron Banks and Zach Tom. 2 starters. Zach Tom is a tackle, and Aaron Banks is a guard. They didn't play all week. Right? And those 2 players are starters, and it looking like they might not play. It's looking like they have a good chance of not playing. So, just to forewarn y'all, if we win this, when we win this game, that's the number one excuse these guys are going to talk about. But that's all I really got on the injury report. Really, nothing else to really talk about on there that we don't, necessarily know about. But I want to get into some things, man. I want to get into some keys to victory. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start with the defense first. Very obvious, very, very obvious. I think this is the number one it should be the number one worry on everybody's mind going into this game. And that is stopping the run. Josh Jacobs, man. He had the 2024, he had the 3rd amount of rushing yards behind Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley. He's a dog, bro. He's a dog. We did well with stopping the run last week, but again, that's the Giants. And even though I believe we are improved from last week, this game today is going to be the ultimate test in figuring out how good our run defense really is. And if we want to be successful, we have to be able to stop the run. We cannot let Josh Jacobs go off for more than 100 yards. That's what I have on here. Defense, do not let Josh Jacobs go off for more than 100 yards. But Josh Jacobs is a dog. He's a good player. He's going to get yards. We're not going to completely stop him, but we have to be able to slow that running game down. We have to. If we can slow the running game down, right, that's going to force Jordan Love to put the ball in the air. And I think that Jordan Love is liable for mistakes here and there. He's going to put it in harm's way. He makes a lot of good passes and tight window throws, but he does put it in harm's way. We have to be optimistic defense when it comes to those passes that are in harm's way. But we also have to force some turnovers, bro. Speaking of putting the ball in harm's way, we got to pick one of these things off. Like we can't just keep talking about it. All off season, Joe Witt Jr. discussed, this offense, not this offense, but this defense. He's preaching they want to be opportunistic. They want to turn the ball over. At some point, we got to turn the ball over. And what's a better time to do it than tonight against the Green Bay Packers? Show the world how much improved this defense is, and catch a pick or two, man. Fumble something. Let's get the ball back in JD5 hands, because if we turn the ball over and get the ball back in JD5 hands, you know what's going down off these turnovers, right? Yeah, man, we gotta be lurking. We have to be lurkers. We have to be, when the ball is in the air. And the thing about it is, these wide receivers don't scare me at all. I know they got Dobbs and they got Watson is injured right now, but they got Dobbs. They drafted Matthew Golden. They got a couple of other solid. They have a solid wide receiver room. They have great depth, but none of them guys is Malik Neighbors. None of them guys is CeeDee Lamb. None of those players are any of those guys, right? So when we line up, I expect us to play a lot of man. And I expect us to load the box. Maybe not the whole day, but I expect us to try to focus on stopping the run. And I'm more confident in our secondaries. I'm more confident in Trey Amos and Marshawn Lattimore and Mikey Sainristil than those wide receivers. I just am. None of them scare me. So at some point, he's going to have to put it in the air, and I think we'll bold well in that regard. The next thing, man, we have to figure out is staying disciplined as a defense. We have to stay disciplined as a defense. Like I said, Jordan Love is going to put the ball in harm's way. I mean, he averaged double-digit interceptions the past 2 years, right? So the opportunities will be there. I feel like the opportunities will be there as first, as long as we stop the run. Because if we don't stop the run, if we don't stop the run tonight, it's over for our defense. It's bad. It's terrible because if they're running it effectively and they hit the play action boot, and we don't know if it's a run or a pass, they're going to eat us alive. So the first thing we have to do is stopping the run. Second is playing disciplined football in the secondary. If we stop the run, be disciplined in the secondary, our opportunities will present each other. Moving on to the offense, man. Moving on to the offense. And first thing is establishing the run, right? Bill, I think he's going to go off. I think he's going to have another Rookie of the Week candidacy game. And, I think he's going to get another touchdown, 80, 90 yards, if not 100. I'm very high on Bill this game because I feel like we already know what our passing game could be. We already know the weapons that we have in Debo and Terry and Zach. They have to try to stop that. So I think there's going to be opportunities for Bill to go off. It's going to be light boxes. Cliff Kingsbury is a mastermind when it comes to drawing up these run plays, and Bill is very elusive, right? So he's definitely going to have his opportunities. Definitely going to get his opportunities. Again, the best way to we know what the Packers pass rush is. They got Micah Parsons over there. I have a few guys that are Rashawn Gary on the other side. Like they're solid up front and they can rush the passer. So, that the best medicine for a good pass rush is a good running game. So that's one of the things that we are going to have to establish. Not just Bill though, but Jaden Daniels he's going to be part of that running game. Austin Eckler, of course, is going to be part of that running game. Debo Samuel is going to be a part of that running game. And I expect all of this to be on the table tonight. And I don't see the Green Bay really stopping it. I don't see them stopping it. Because we also can pass it too. So they're going to have to pick their poison as well. Second on offense, we got to win time of possession, man. We have to win time of possession. That comes with, not turning the ball over, of course. We have to force Green Bay to keep up with our offense. If we're scoring the ball and we're winning in time of possession, that's going to put Green Bay in position to not want to run the ball. They're going to want to put the ball in the air to keep up and score points. In turn, that bodes well for us because now we know they're in obvious passing situations and we can, hopefully get Jordan Love to make a mistake here and there. Also, man, JD5, man, he got to be better. He got to be more accurate. I get it. Week 1, people treat it. They say it's like preseason week 4. Get the first game jitters out the way. You know what I'm saying? But we should have put 40 points up on the Giants last week. We all know that, right? We should have 40 points. We spared them, only put up 21. But he has to be more accurate. And it wasn't like he played bad or anything. I'm not saying Jaden Daniels played bad or anything, but knowing what I know about Jaden Daniels, I know he could be much, much more accurate than what he was. Much, much more accurate than what he was. And I think he will be. We can't have any of these drop passes that we had, last week. None of that stuff, bro. And I think we're going to clean a lot of that stuff up. Again, last week was just week 1, getting the jitters out, and we still played very well. But if we didn't drop passes, if JD5 was a little bit more accurate, we would have easily put 40 points up on them. And I think our offense is going to be a full display tonight. So, and also, no more mental mistakes, man. We had 12 penalties for 89 yards against the Giants. And it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that we had 12 penalties, 89 yards, and we still should have put up 40 points last week against the Giants. So that's not going to work tonight. So that's definitely a key to victory. Keep the penalties to a minimum. Have penalties around 4 or 5, no more than 4 or 5. because against this team, this Green Bay team, this roster that they have, the type of talent that they have on this team, it's not going to bode well. It is not going to bode well at all if we don't figure out a way to keep these penalties at bay. It's just not going to make sense. There's no way that we're going to win this game if we have 12 penalties. I don't see no which way about it that it works in our favor if we have 10 penalties. Nothing about that makes sense. If we have 12 penalties again and you think we're going to win this game, it ain't happening. It is not happening. One of the ones that stick out in my mind about the penalties is that Noah Brown penalty, man, where he caught the ball for like 30 yards and it came back. Like we can't play like that against the Packers. We can't have those mental mistakes where it's wiping big gains off the board and setting us back. And now we in 2nd and 17 and 2nd and 15 and 2nd and 20. And we asking Jayden Daniels to do some crazy stuff again. Like that's not going to work against this Green Bay. They're too good. They're way too good for us to do that consistently. And I think it's going to be figured out. I think it's going to be figured out. Moving on, man. I got some bold predictions for y'all, man. I think I got some on the offensive side and I got some on the defensive side. Offense, I think Terry gonna go off today. I think Terry is gonna go off today. He usually plays the Green Bay Packers really, really well. Now he has the best quarterback that he's ever had in his career, ever, right? And I think he's gonna go off, man. I think he's going to have 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards. I think he's going to have 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards. I think the targets might be a little bit low. I think he's going to have 4 or 5, not targets. I think he's going to have 4 or 5 catches, but they're going to be some big ones. They're going to be some big catches because Packers defense is going to have too much to worry about to be bracketing Terry. If you bracket Terry, Debo going to eat. Zach Ertz going to eat underneath. Noah Brown going to eat underneath. Everybody's going to eat. So I think Terry will get his opportunities deep. Large gains, probably about 5 catches, over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's what I'm thinking. Defensively, it's not just one player, but I think we get at least 2 sacks as a defense and 2 turnovers. That could be a fumble, pick. But we're getting 2 turnovers. Look. I know these are bold predictions, right? These are very bold predictions. And I'm thinking we're gonna get 2 sacks and 2 turnovers. Again, man, this defense, I'm high on this defense, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a fan, but I watched this team all offseason. I watched us play against the Giants. And granted, the Giants are bad, but I see it, bro. I know talent. When I'm looking at it, I see it. I know what our secondary looks like when they play at their best. I see what this front 7 looks like when they play at their best. And I think we're gonna put the world on display. We're gonna put this game in the bag because we're gonna take care of business. But the world gonna be on notice because I don't understand. You know, like when Peter Schrager went up there and he said, you know, I forgot exactly what he said, but he pretty much said the Packers are going to have Jayden Daniels in check tonight. Like this ain't prime time. Like Jayden Daniels doesn't show up in prime time. He doesn't play the best in prime time. Like you don't think he know what time it is? You don't think it's a reason why our coaching staff came out 2 weeks ago, said they've already started prepping for the Packers. We're prepared, bro. We are prepared for this. And it seems like a lot of people don't understand that we prepared. So many people have us losing the game. Granted, they have it as close, but so many people have us losing this game. And it's not like we playing the Eagles. It's not like we playing somebody who's done it before. Like, when have the Packers done anything? Obviously, they make the playoffs every season, but have they made a championship game? Have they been to is Jaden Love? He's not Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they really have nothing that I fear. The biggest thing we gotta worry about is that run game. Is Josh Jacobs. I respect Josh Jacobs the most out of anybody on that team because I know what type of talent that is. So, offense, Terry, 2 touchdowns over 100 yards, 5 catches. Defense, 2 sacks, 2 turnovers. Bold predictions, but that's what I got. That is what I'm predicting. And the score prediction, spoke about this yesterday on the Fantasy Football Live I did with my guy Nico. Shout out to Nico. I have it 27-24. I think in the fourth quarter we go up 27-17. They go on a solid drive. We make them spend a lot of time. Sometime late in the fourth quarter, they end up scoring a touchdown. They make it a 3-point game. They kick an onside kick. We recover, and that's your ball game. That is your ball game. Jayden Daniels, 2 touchdowns, over 300 yards total. You know, I got Terry, 2 touchdowns as well. Bill, another touchdown. That puts us at 21, and we have 2 field goals. 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals, and the Packers put up 3 touchdowns and 1 field goal, and that's how the game unfolds. So it's going to be a great game tonight. It is going to be an awesome game tonight. I cannot wait. I am currently in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they have a bar down here where all the Commanders fans pull up to on game day, and it is completely nuts. It's live in there. It's real live. Have a good time. Food, drinks, good people, and we just watch the game and turn up. It's gonna be a good night because we're gonna win this game. So I appreciate everybody who tuned into the live, man. Please like, subscribe, and comment to the channel. Turn on that notification bell if you like the content you are watching. I plan on dropping more lives like this. I like going live, man. I like interacting with y'all on the stream, and this is something that I love to do. So appreciate everybody who came through, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. Y'all go ahead and enjoy this game, man. Get a beer, get some nachos, get some pizza, man. Sit down and have a good night, man. Peace out.